Hello. This is my first attempt at making a video, so I'm pretty sure that it's not going to come out well. But I've got my wife's camera out here and going to see if I can talk and what it sounds like and give you a little bit of picture of my current project. I have a lot of hobbies, but my current project is trying to grow an apple orchard. When I moved into this house 15 years ago, we enjoyed the property and wanted to plant some trees, and I thought, well, I'll have, why not apple trees? So we planted a couple of apple trees. As you can see in front of me, these are the two biggest trees in the yard. They've been there for probably 7 or 8 years now. I bought them at a box store. I knew nothing about apples at the time. So what did I choose? Red Delicious and Yellow Delicious. This is the Yellow Delicious. Back there a little bit further is the Red Delicious. Well, at the time, that seemed good enough. I had apple trees. They even made a few apples as the time went on. A few years later, I started going with the kids. We went to a U-pick apple orchard. I was just amazed at the number of apples that they could produce in a very small spot. I went several years in a row. Every year, the highlight of my year was to go to the U-pick apple orchard. Well, after a couple of years of that, I looked at those little rows of small apple trees and said, you know what? I have a yard. Why can't I do that? Why am I going back here every year? So anyway, that's where it started. I've only been at it about 4 years. I started with a couple of trees and I planted them right alongside the old ones. I started planting a gold rush, which I can tell you later was probably a poor choice for this climate. There's an old peach tree that's not really applicable here. Planted a Honeycrisp and a Cortland. One of my children's favorite apples from the U-pick apple orchard was a Cortland, so gotta have one. Well, that's as far as it went. Until about a year later, I said, oh, well, no, that's not gonna do it. So there it begins. The next ones I planted, I ordered from an online nursery. That one not, but the other two, those are Stark Brothers trees. I really enjoyed. Only place I've ever bought from was Stark, other than the box stores. But yet, they've grown well. And again, the next year, a couple more. So I've been at it about 4 years. I plant about 3-4 trees a year. This year I may have beat that average just a little bit, and I may be close to being done. I found the trees. I looked at some online and said, well, they recommended planting them at 10 foot apart in the rows at 12-foot spacing. And then I thought, well, I'm going to use Bud 9 rootstock, so I'm all good. Well, come to find out that Bud 9 tree doesn't get very big. So, looking a little further, Google, of course, I decided, well, hey, why are they planting them so close together? I can get a lot more trees in there. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a lot more trees in a small space. I don't expect them to be very big. If I have to trim them or pull them out, then maybe that will be the case. Anyway, it's a learning process. I grafted a couple of trees of my own this year. I didn't have great luck, but I did get some of them to take. I've got a little spot here that I planted some seeds. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them, but they grew. I only kept 10. I had about 40 that came up, but then I decided I didn't really have any place to put them. The newest ones I've been concentrating on, I originally started with Honeycrisp and Cortland and have 4 of each. I decided, well, that rather than have them all come on at one time, I'll plant some newer ones. So I have here right in front of me with the orange tag, I have a Pristine, 4 of them in a row. I can't get a very good picture of them. Like I said, this is the first time ever trying to make a video. But I've got 4 in a row of Zestar. Cortland back in there. Got to keep the Cortlands to make my children happy. Anyway, that's my first try at a video. we'll see how it goes. Thank you very much.